Good morning, YouTubers, friends, followers, subscribers, Trevorites, lovers, haters. Welcome and thank you for sticking with me on here. Well, thank you for all the messages yesterday. I apologise to Paul, the Fitness Hutch, for not appearing last night on his channel when I said I would. I don't like letting people down. I've had lots of things going on, if I'm honest, and I would have went on it, but it wouldn't have justified it. Honestly, I wouldn't have been in the right frame of mind to sit down and give you a false laugh or a false this or a false that. I have a lot going on. However, I should be on Absolutely Average's channel tonight. We'll see. As I said, I've got a lot going on. It'd be unfair not to do this morning's video. But staying positive. That's all I can tell you right now. Geez. This morning, out putting things out, end up taking a chunk out of my thumb. At the same time, I've got my dog in one hand. I've taken a chunk of flesh off this hand. This hand's bleeding. My dog decides to have a poo. And then have my hand in a poo bag, which has now got blood in the poo bag, picking up stuff. So, you know, trying to keep on top of things, staying level-headed at the minute, with a lot going on in the background. So, we'll get there. But there's quite a few things going on. I see things in the media which do annoy me all the time. And I will say this again, and I can't help it. This is how I feel. If you see someone slagging me off on social media, comment if you want. What I will say is, do not screen grab it and send it to me. I don't want to read the shit. All you're doing is sending me more negativity, and I don't want it. Listen, you'll always have people out there which don't like what you're doing. You've got to remember that I served in the military with some awesome people, some awesome soldiers. I looked up to quite a few awesome guys. I had guys below me which were awesome soldiers. But at the same time as this, there was assholes in my battalion. Whenever they left the army, they didn't change. They're still assholes. In the military, it's very competitive. Whenever you go from a private to lance corporal, it's competitive. Whenever you're going for your full corporal, it's competitive. Whenever you're going for a sergeant, there's less spaces, it's competitive. People want to see you fall so they can report you, so that they can get that position or role that they wanted, which was probably earmarked for you. So you got to bear in mind, just because you leave doesn't make everyone great again. So bear that in mind. I get trolled all the time. I understand it. You know, I've helped change the law. I've got a royal assent from Her Majesty the Queen before she passed. I was Northern Ireland Cross Country champion, All Ireland Judo champion, Military Cross, author of 2 books. I've changed loads of things. Of course people hate me. And you know what? What I say to that? I'm glad I'm living in your head. No one lives in mine. But anyway, back to the news. Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, has been indicted. He has surrendered to law enforcement, and they're going to try and charge him with 30 cases of business fraud. He's also going to be indicted because of the fact is, well, when I say the fact, they're saying Stormy Daniels, the porn star he allegedly was with in 2016, was suppressed and told to be quiet, and she was pressured to not to speak about their affair, and she's now came out. She's probably skint. Which, there we go. Now, the weird thing I find is the fact that, and we all must admit, Bill Clinton seemed to walk away scot-free, and he had a blowjob in the Oval Office, and everyone knew about that. Wow. George Bush made up false lies to have America launch an unjustified attack in Iraq when he pretended that they had weapons of mass destruction. And he's not in jail. Hillary Clinton, when she was Defense Secretary or Secretary of State, refused to send in American troops to help the guys in Benghazi that were killed. And a senator was killed. The ambassador for Benghazi was killed. So, and these people walk around today. Evil is winning, isn't it? Evil is definitely winning. Strange world we live in. Strange world. Talking of strange worlds. Now listen. Paul O'Grady has passed away. I thought Paul O'Grady I thought he was great. I thought whenever he was in the entertainment side of things, he was Lily Savage, he was great. Because he wasn't just a drag queen as Lily Savage. He was down to earth and he played on different things. And I thought it was great. He was entertaining. Today's drag queens are a different type of people. And I will put links in the description for you to actually check this out yourself. A drag queen in a school has told 11-year-olds, a drag queen. Listen up, everyone. Did you know that there's 72 genders? There's 72 genders. And by the way, did you know that you can change genders without even asking mummy or daddy? Now, whenever they start to do that to children, honestly, they need to stop being called into schools. You cannot bring people into schools. A drag queen isn't it. Do you know what? Drag queens are adult entertainment. They always have been. You've always had to be over 18 to go and see them. Not today. And today, whenever you say that, they say, no, you weren't. It's just that drag queens always perform in clubs and nightclubs and theatres and they sell alcohol and that's why you've got to be 18. Well, things are changing and parents are letting it down. I blame parents for not stepping up to this. It's shocking to teach children that. I'm telling you now, if things happen like that, or my son comes home, I'll be straight on the phone to the school and I'll go meet the headmaster and have to discuss the best way to move forward with this because it's not something I want my child to be taught. And I'm sure you don't either. Right. I mentioned it not yesterday, the day before, but I'm going to mention it again. Since we've left the European Union, we are about to hit a trade deal, which is the biggest trade deal in the history of the United Kingdom, worth £8 trillion. 8 trillion. Yes, it's called the Trans-Pacific deal. Nothing to do with trans people. It's a Trans-Pacific. Lots of things. Okay, so I'm excited about that. And I'm glad I voted Brexit. What else? Landlords. Private landlords across the UK are cashing in on ordinary people's misery. Because what they're doing now is they're letting their leases run out with ordinary people. They're saying ordinary UK citizens that have had a year, 2 years contract with a landlord, it's coming to an end because landlords won't renew it. The reason being is landlords are being offered lots of money to take in asylum seekers. Government is paying them more money. The government can offer them more money than ordinary people, so they're taking it. Which means a lot more people are going to struggle in the UK. A lot more of our citizens that have paid tax all those years are going to become homeless because of greedy landlords. There needs to be an incentive to landlords. Maybe cut down the amount of national insurance or tax that landlords pay if they want to keep UK citizens with a house over their head, roof over their head. How are we going to fix this? And the court case with Gwyneth Paltrow against Terry Sanderson has come to an end. And the judge has ruled that Gwyneth Paltrow was innocent. And Terry Sanderson is 100% guilty. Don't know. I didn't really watch the case. I'm not really interested in these courtroom dramas, especially when it's big celebs, because 9 times out of 10, they're either 100% guilty, and if there's not 100% guilty, and it's a drama turned into a Netflix doc, then they're going to walk away because they've got far too much money. Well, Gwyneth Paltrow did leave the courtroom, and before she left, she went to Terry Sanderson and says, "I wish you all the best." So she didn't rub it in his face. And she remained quite calm. That's the verdicts I've watched. I haven't watched the whole thing. And what else? By the way, if you're thinking that National Rail is ripping you off, you're right. I've written down this and I will explain to you. This is the difference between rail and trains. Here we go. Edinburgh to Bournemouth on a train is £127, but you can fly for £35. London to Edinburgh on a train is £90, but you can fly for £51. Glasgow to London on the train is £101, but you can fly for £67. And Manchester to Newquay is £221 on the train, but you can fly for £154. Isn't it crazy if you can fly around the UK cheaper than getting the train? There we go. That shows you how much rip-off the train is. Food for thought next time I'm going somewhere. Don't use the trains. Well, people, listen. Hi, Zeus. Listen, people, enjoy your day. Thanks for sticking with me. I've noticed there's been a drop again in numbers. I'm sure that'll pick back up again. But listen, take care. Stay safe. Oh! Big shout out to Steph the Alter Nerd, who yesterday her and an individual called me up and we put things in place where I had a live Zoom chat with an individual who asked me about YouTube, how they could improve certain things on their platform for YouTube, what lets YouTube down. I explained that, listen, the interaction between YouTube and the creators is non-existent. I gave an idea where I thought that in the future for creators to help us out, if someone flags up one of your videos and YouTube come back and say, can you check your content? I actually asked them to add an app in there where we can see which content has been flagged. Rather than we search through all our videos to look for something which is wrong, we now hopefully will be able to we will be directed to the exact video which has been flagged, and we will be able to sort of rectify it, rather than YouTube say things like your content is harassing or you've broke violations, and then we go around to look for things. So there's going to be, hopefully there's going to be things added for creators to help people move forward. And I also mentioned that the 60-day turnaround shouldn't happen. At the most it should be 30-day, where if you are demonetized, other channels, not me, if you are demonetized, you don't wait 30 days and then reapply another 30 days. Hopefully bring that down a little bit to help creators. Anyway, listen, people, have a great day. Most of all, stay safe.